I think that digging deep and willing to do the work on yourself is super important. But I think you also need to communicate and say what you want.
Oh,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Set the expectations.
Yes. And don't think it's too much.
Yeah, don't think it's too much. I mean, I know you created your list. I never made a list, but I think there was one in my head that there were certain things, because again, in hindsight, I was attracting these males and I would get frustrated. They would say certain things to, you know, I'm not ready for you or things like that. With Zell, it was complete opposite. I wanted a man who would say the things he said to me. Like, I love that you're independent and that you want more in life and you're ambitious and blah, 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 blah. And you're not, he never said I was too much. That's never. Awesome. I have been told by other men, you're a lot.
Yeah. And my husband has never said that, because we talk bad. So we need real alpha masculine males in our lives. And her husband's in the military, so he is very masculine and alpha. Yes. My husband is a Leo, and if anybody knows about Leos, they command a room.
Oh yeah.
But I want to share this really quick story. My mom had passed away in 2009. I was 33, 34, I can't remember. But anyway, I was in my 30s. And I remember I was dating an individual, we were going back and forth, whatever the case may be. And I was calling a psychic to see if this was the person for me. Actually, I called a lot of psychics to see if he was the person for me, let me be honest. And they all said the same thing, no, he's not.
Really?
But I also know that you can change things because we are creators. That's so nothing is in cement, nothing is in stone. Okay. So here's the thing. So the psychic on the phone, I remember she was in Florida. And I was sitting in the car at the mall outside, and I heard this news, and I was devastated. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, oh my God. She says, honey, you're about to go through the next 6 years. They're gonna be very tough. Your 30s are hard. And I was like, okay. She says, you're not gonna meet your person until probably early 40s. You're not gonna get married. I don't see marriage for you. And I was like, now mind you, I just lost my mom.
You're like,
and the person that I think I'm supposed to be with is not. And now I have to wait like 6 years, 7 years
oh my God,
to find the person I want. So I'm like trying to take this all in. And it was all in recording, mind you. Okay. So I said, okay, can you please tell me his name or initials? So this is what she said, you guys.
Oh.
He's tall. He has beautiful eyes. He's super successful.
Oh.
He will want more children. He already has children. Okay. And he's a businessman. Okay.
Where's the psychic?
And his initials are MS.
No.
His initials are MS.
No.
Now you guys, listen. So I meet a guy whose initials are MS. He's tall. He's like 6'7". Beautiful eyes. Very sweet man. Super successful. Doesn't have kids though. So that was missing. There was just not something wasn't clicking. It was not there.
Yeah.
He and I remained friends for years. And he was one of the people that I had called crying and sobbing, like, what's wrong with me?
Right.
You know. Okay. Anyway, so time's passing. I'm going out on dates. This other MS is not the one for me. And I remember the day I had a safe in my closet, and I was cleaning out my closet, and I was cleaning out my safe, and I looked at this tape, and I said, this bitch didn't know what she was talking about. And I threw it. I was so mad, you guys. I was like, she didn't know what she was talking about. MS. Right? And literally on the second date with my husband, we were at dinner, and I don't know what, I said, oh my God. He said what I said, you're the MS. You're the one she was talking about. You're supposed to be my husband.
God.
This is on my second date.
I
tell him the whole story.
What did he say?
He was like, I guess I'm that person then. Like, he didn't freak out. But you guys, like, I literally was like, oh my God, you have green eyes. You're successful. You have kids. Then I was like going on and on.
It was all
like,
of it.
It's you.
Where's the psychic at?
She was in Florida. I read a lot of books on death and this and that. And I want to say it was from Many Masters, Many Lives. It was a therapist who used to interview people, and he found out that these people had past lives based on his hypnosis of them. And he wanted to be able to confirm what they were saying. So he brought in 2 psychics that were going to verify what these people were saying. And one of the psychics, I grabbed the name and I was like, I'm gonna call her. And I called her, and she was, you guys, she was so on point. And the fact that she said those years of my life are going to be the hardest.
And they were. Oh,
the
gosh.
hardest. And I was just like, it was, I think about it now and I'm like, damn, you done been through some things. But look at where I'm at now. And sometimes, if somebody told you had to go through 10 years of hard stuff, but at the end of that 10 years, you're going to live a life of your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Would you go through it?
Absolutely. I think so. Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people will.
I don't think so. I don't think a lot of people are willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do that work.
Yeah.
To be able to get what you ultimately want. They want it right now. They want that TikTok, Twitter lifestyle right now.
And it ain't gonna happen.
No, that's just not reality. That's just not, our ancestors, they were pretty patient. They didn't have these distractions.
That's the thing. It's a lot of distractions.
And patience is it's a superpower at this point.
It is. It's a superpower.
Patience, discipline, concentration.
You're right.
All those things are superpowers.
You are absolutely
So if you
right.
can practice those things in this day and age, you're ahead of the game.
You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game.
And honestly, I think those things are necessary to attract a partner. You got to do those things for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not, it all, like you said, it all starts with you.
It all starts with you, honey.
You are the problem.
You are the creator.
And you are the creator, and you can fix it.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
And you can create a life by you. It's your life, you guys.
You can. And so that even goes to the point of attracting the partner that you want, ultimately. And
we all want a part. We all want to do this life with somebody.
We're not, don't get me wrong, we talk about it. I love my moments of solitude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very grateful for my moments of solitude. But I also am so thankful for the connection that I have with my husband. And it is unlike with any other human on this earth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a completely different
bond.
Yes. And I'm so thankful that I have him. And it's just like, it's an unrelenting love.
Yeah.
So I wish that for everyone.
Just to piggyback off of that really quick, if you are not okay with your own company,
oh girl, I say
why would anybody else want to be in your company?
I agree. I ask the people who are unhappy in their relationships, I'm like, do you spend time alone? And they're like, no. Do you like being by yourself? No. I'm like, I think you may need to think about that before you even just start thinking about being with someone else.
Be by yourself.
Yep. And I spent a lot of time alone before I met Zell.
Girl,
so much.
Yes.
It was and I didn't have the Twitter. I'm so grateful for it. And I think that is what makes me a better partner.
Yes.
And it's funny, he said that. He was like, I cannot have a woman who made me everything.
No.
He's like, I could not. He was just like, I've done it before.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking anyone. I don't understand it. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
But he was like, I could not be a woman who made me their everything because
you can't do that.
I can't. And I go, well, the issue is making someone your everything is a fallacy. Like, people are not perfect. They're imperfect. They're going to anger you.
Yes.
They're going to frustrate you.
Yes.
They're going to disappoint you.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you got to trust and love yourself. That's the one thing you can always depend on. You know what I mean? That becomes the center. That becomes the guiding light at the end of the day. Because if you ain't okay, ain't none of it's going to be okay.
None of it's going to be okay. And I think that's fair to say that both of us, we were by ourselves.
Yep.
Before attracting our husbands, and we were very much okay with being by ourselves.
I was fine. I was okay. At that point, I was okay with people saying, nope, that's not what I want. And that's okay.
Yeah, because the years prior to that, I wasn't.
Me too.
I would have a boyfriend on a Tuesday and a new one on a Thursday.
I felt lonely all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas by that time I met Zell, I would still feel lonely sometimes, but I was okay with that. Like, it wasn't like I felt sad for myself.
No.
But I'm like, okay, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
You know, and I got a dog, for instance, and that dog became my little best friend. But we would go to the park. I'd get out the house. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just sitting cooped up in the house watching TV, let's go for the walk. Let's go for a walk. Let's go to the dog park. Let's go do things. Move your body.
My best friend lived with me.
Right.
We had our daughters.
Right.
So it was laughs and jokes and good times.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't worried about if I had a man or not. I still had that connection with other people.
Exactly.
And so that's the first step. Let's just say that.
It is.
If you're not okay with being by yourself, then don't even think about manifesting a perfect soulmate.
No, because
you have to get okay with being by yourself.
You're going to keep attracting all the wrong things.
Yeah.
Because you're not right yet.
Yeah.
You're not right for you.
Spend at least a year by yourself, you guys.
I spent years by myself, and I'm okay.
2 years. I would say 2 years I spent by myself. But even before that, I was still single.
Yep.
Dating, maybe a 6-month relationship, 9 months. But I was by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be the first. So let's give them some tools. First thing, learn how to sit with yourself and be with yourself.
Yeah.
Really
and
enjoy
love
yourself. And love
That's
yourself.
real self-love at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I love myself.
Oh, I definitely love myself.
I love myself.
I love too much.
I know, but I truly love my own company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's become a luxury at this point. But I absolutely love being by myself. So I think that is definitely one thing that you need to do. You also, just like manifesting, you got to be willing to do the work, and a lot of that work is really internal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is really digging deep on what are you attracting, what kind of energy you're putting out there, what's your self-talk, what's your mindset,
what are you saying to yourself when you go out,
mm-hmm.
when you're hanging out with your girls and you're like, well, maybe I'm going to meet the person tonight.
Yeah.
What is your self-talk before entering into that space?
Mm-hmm.
Get very clear on what you want. A lot of people don't even know what they want.
No.
And here's the thing, ladies, I'm going to share with you, and even men, when you're on a date, I want you to ask the person you're dating to set a picture and visualize what they're looking for the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
What does that picture look like? And how do you look in that picture?
Yep.
Because if everything is I, that's probably not where they're not going for that whole unity type of deal.
I agree.
These are kind of questions you want to spark, and you want to see their body language, you want to feel their energy, you want to see what they're saying, because people can sell you a dream all day long.
For sure, 100%. And I think that also goes in line with, set the expectations. Communicate what you want. And it's not about being like, well, you need to be doing this, and that. You might run away a lot of people if you do that. But I think it's okay to say, this is what I'm expecting in terms of how I spend my time dating. Definitely just manage your expectations. Share, the only way to really do that is to share them and just be honest. And there's nothing wrong with sharing them, because you can't expect them to read your mind. You know what I mean? If someone, and you're going to do yourself a lot of work or a lot of help by sharing those, because again, some people might be looking just to hook up, and again, there's nothing wrong with that.
Everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. So setting those expectations and communicating them, I think, could be really, really helpful as you're going through this journey and looking for that ideal partner. Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always more. If you guys want to hear more, please leave a comment, ask your questions.
I would love to know in the comments, what is the one thing you're struggling with finding your dream partner? Like, if there's something that keeps happening all the time, I would love to maybe even dig deeper on if someone has something specific. Like,
I already know what women are going to say. There's no good men out there.
Oh.
I already know a lot of women are going to say that.
Maybe we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let us know if that's what it is. And we always appreciate you guys. So we'll catch you up next time.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.